Imagine the scene. Jet fighters screaming across the sky, tanks rumbling over desert sands, explosions rocking the earth. This was June 1967. The Middle East was a tinderbox. A tiny spark could set the whole region ablaze. This wasn't just any war, it was a conflict that would change the area forever. 6 days of intense fighting. Tensions were sky high. The Arab nations and Israel were in a bitter standoff. Gamal Abdel Nasser, Egypt's leader, saw Israel as an obstacle. He closed the Straits of Tiran, cutting off Israel's port of Eilat. Israel saw this as an act of war. Armies began to mobilize. Egyptian troops moved into the Sinai Peninsula. Jordan and Syria readied their armies. The final countdown had begun. Israel decided to strike first. Their plan was bold, Operation Focus. The goal? Destroy enemy air forces on the ground. Surprise was key. On June 5th, Israeli jets took off. They flew low, under enemy radar. Their targets, Egyptian airfields. Egyptian pilots were caught off guard. Israeli pilots struck with precision. Bombs and cannon fire destroyed planes. The results were stunning. Wave after wave of Israeli jets continued. The Egyptian air force was crippled. Runways were cratered. The same tactic was used against Syrian and Jordanian airfields. By midday, Israel had total air superiority. Israeli ground troops could advance confidently. Operation Focus was a masterstroke. With the skies clear, Israeli tanks rolled. They launched a ground offensive into the Sinai Peninsula. Israeli armored columns pushed forward. They faced Egyptian divisions in defensive positions. The Israelis had speed and surprise. The desert heat was intense. The Israeli advance was like a lightning strike. They outmaneuvered Egyptian forces. Tank battles erupted. Egyptian command fell into disarray. Communications broke down. Israeli tanks pushed deeper into the Sinai. In 4 days, Israel conquered the Sinai Peninsula. The southern front was secured. Another front opened up. King Hussein of Jordan faced a tough choice. Nasser urged him to join the fight. Jordanian forces shelled West Jerusalem. This brought Jordan into the war. The battle for Jerusalem was intense. For Jews, regaining the old city was a dream. Jordanian troops fought hard. Israeli paratroopers were sent in. On June 7th, Israeli forces broke through. They reached the Western Wall. Other Israeli forces advanced into the West Bank. The Jordanian army retreated. The entire West Bank was under Israeli control. To the north, the Golan Heights loomed. Israel decided to act decisively. The assault on the Golan Heights began on June 9th. Israeli forces faced a tough uphill battle. Syrian defenses were strong. Israeli engineers cleared minefields. Infantry and armored units advanced. It was brutal fighting. By June 10th, Israeli forces broke through. They captured Quneitra. Syrian forces retreated. The Golan Heights were in Israeli hands. The major fighting ended. A UN-brokered ceasefire followed. Israel now controlled vast new territories. The new map created complex problems. The Six-Day War's legacy is immense. Its consequences are still felt today.